The Walking Dead, Season 3, Episode 10, Home. Episode 10 of The Walking Dead Season 3, Home, focuses on internal conflicts, unresolved tensions, and the looming threat of war between Woodbury and the prison group. The episode combines emotional introspection with explosive action, setting the stage for a larger confrontation. Plot summary. Rick's mental state. The episode begins with Rick Grimes, Andrew Lincoln, standing near the prison fences, consumed by grief and guilt. He continues to hallucinate Lori Grimes, Sarah Wayne Callies, seeing her in a white dress in the distance. Rick follows the vision into the prison yard, further alarming the group as his mental state appears to deteriorate. The group grows increasingly concerned about Rick's ability to lead, with Herschel Green, Scott Wilson, urging him to take a step back and rest. Rick, however, remains adamant that he needs to protect the group, even as he struggles with his own inner turmoil. Daryl and Merle in the wilderness. Daryl Dixon, Norman Reedus, and Merle Dixon, Michael Rooker, navigate the wilderness after leaving the prison. The brothers clash over their differing worldviews, with Daryl expressing loyalty to Rick's group and frustration with Merle's selfish and antagonistic behavior. Their journey takes a pivotal turn when they encounter a family under attack by walkers on a bridge. Daryl rushes to save them, displaying his compassionate and heroic nature, while Merle initially hesitates, prioritizing his own survival. The incident highlights the stark contrast between the two brothers and forces Merle to confront his own shortcomings. Woodbury's growing tensions. In Woodbury, the governor, David Morrissey, withdraws further into his plans for revenge against Rick's group. Andrea, Lori Holden, attempts to take a more active leadership role, encouraging the town's residents to focus on rebuilding and maintaining morale. However, the governor undermines her efforts, keeping her in the dark about his true intentions. Meanwhile, Milton, Dallas Roberts, continues to serve as the governor's loyal confidant, though his own unease about the governor's methods begins to show. Glenn's frustration. Back at the prison, Glenn Rhee, Stephen Young, grows increasingly frustrated with Rick's instability and the group's lack of preparation for an attack from Woodbury. Glenn argues that they need to take the fight to the governor, but Maggie Grain, Lauren Cohan, disagrees, still recovering emotionally from her trauma in Woodbury. Their argument creates tension between the two, as Maggie accuses Glenn of being more focused on his anger than on supporting her. The governor's surprise attack. The episode takes a shocking turn when the governor launches a surprise assault on the prison. Armed with vehicles and heavy firepower, the governor's men breach the prison gates, unleashing chaos. The attack includes releasing walkers into the prison yard, forcing the group to fight on multiple fronts. Rick, who is still outside the prison chasing his hallucinations, is nearly overwhelmed by walkers but is saved by Daryl and Merle, who return just in time to join the battle. The group works together to fend off the walkers and the governor's men, but the attack leaves the prison's defenses severely weakened. The fallout. The governor retreats after inflicting significant damage, leaving the group shaken and vulnerable. While the group manages to survive the assault, the attack underscores the governor's ruthlessness and the growing danger he poses. Rick reluctantly allows Daryl and Merle to stay at the prison, despite the group's mistrust of Merle. The episode ends with Rick staring into the distance, visibly shaken but resolute, as the group begins to regroup and plan their next move. Key themes and elements. Mental health and leadership. Rick's hallucinations and emotional instability highlight the immense burden of leadership in the apocalypse and the toll it takes on his psyche. Family and redemption. The dynamic between Daryl and Merle emphasizes the complexities of family relationships, as Daryl seeks redemption and purpose while Merle struggles to change his self-serving ways. Conflict and survival. The governor's attack on the prison raises the stakes for both groups, illustrating the lengths they are willing to go to secure their survival. Trust and division. The growing mistrust within Rick's group, particularly regarding Merle's presence, creates tension and challenges their ability to remain united. Character development. Rick Grimes, Rick's hallucinations and struggles with leadership underscore his fragility but also his determination to protect the group. Daryl Dixon, Daryl's compassion and heroism contrast with Merle's selfishness, highlighting his growth and his sense of loyalty. Merle Dixon, Merle begins to confront his own flaws, though his integration into the group remains fraught with tension. The governor's calculated and brutal attack cements him as a dangerous and vengeful antagonist. Glenn's frustration and anger reveal his growing assertiveness but also strain his relationship with Maggie. Andrea's attempts to lead in Woodbury show her desire to help, but her naivety about the governor's true nature keeps her isolated. Memorable moments. Rick chasing his hallucinations of Lori, a haunting and emotional depiction of his grief. Daryl saving the family on the bridge, showcasing his growth as a compassionate and heroic character. The governor's surprise attack on the prison, a chaotic and action-packed sequence that leaves the group reeling. Glenn and Maggie's emotional argument, adding depth to their relationship and highlighting the lingering trauma of their experiences. The return of Daryl and Merle to the prison, a pivotal moment that reshapes the group's dynamics. Conclusion. Home is an intense and emotional episode that balances character-driven drama with explosive action. The governor's attack on the prison raises the stakes for Rick's group, while the ongoing tensions within both Woodbury and the prison set the stage for future confrontations. With its focus on leadership, family, and survival, this episode highlights the personal and external challenges facing the survivors in The Walking Dead.